Behind the simple facade of Amish communities lies a world where women follow ancient biblical rules that would shock modern society. These aren't just traditions. They're lifelong commitments that determine every aspect of an Amish wife's existence. From bedroom practices to public behavior, these 10 rules reveal how Amish women maintain harmony in marriages that last forever. Secret 1. Complete public submission. In public settings, Amish wives must always defer to their husband's authority, following biblical teachings from Ephesians that position the husband as head of the wife. This means never contradicting their spouse in front of others, always walking behind them, and allowing husbands to speak first in conversations. If approached by another man, an Amish woman's only acceptable response is, "You need to speak to my husband about this." Secret 2. The bundling ritual. Before marriage, Amish couples practice bundling, spending entire nights lying in bed together, fully clothed, with a wooden board sometimes placed between them to maintain physical separation. This shocking courtship tradition teaches restraint and builds emotional intimacy without physical contact. Even kissing is forbidden during bundling, but this practice creates a special level of intimacy that has nothing to do with sex. It's preparation for a marriage built on conversation, patience, and mutual understanding rather than physical attraction. This ancient European custom still practiced by conservative Old Order Amish communities today. Secret 3. Never cutting hair. Amish women can go their entire lives without getting a haircut, following a literal biblical interpretation that deems it a shame for a woman to get shorn. According to biblical tradition, a woman's hair is her glory. Instead of cutting, they grow their hair long and wear it in a bun under their prayer covering. This isn't just about appearance, hoop pace. It's about submission to divine authority and their husband's preferences. The longer the hair, the greater the demonstration of devotion. Some Amish women have hair reaching their ankles by old age. The head covering itself serves as a sign of submission to God and their husbands. This daily ritual of brushing, braiding, and pinning up extraordinary lengths of hair takes considerable time, but it's considered an act of worship and marital devotion. Secret 4. Home birth without pain relief. The vast majority of Amish women give birth at home with no medical professionals present, only their husband and maybe a female catcher. They use absolutely no pain relief and seem surprised when the concept is even mentioned. This isn't just about medical preferences. It's about proving their strength and dedication to their husbands. Amish women will tell no one except their husband that they're pregnant, maintaining complete secrecy until birth. The expectant mother continues household chores until labor begins, then simply goes upstairs to deliver. They stay fully clothed during birth, wearing special dresses that only expose their stomachs for skin-to-skin contact with the newborn. Even more shocking, Amish women don't immediately breastfeed their babies, believing the milk doesn't come in until the next day. This demonstrates complete trust in traditional ways over modern medical advice, prioritizing their community's wisdom above personal comfort. Secret 5. Financial submission despite control. Here's where Amish marriage gets truly complex. While Amish women often control the family checkbook and have their names on property deeds, they must still consult their husbands on larger financial decisions. This creates a fascinating paradox of power and submission. Amish women wield significant decision-making power within the home, but men remain the publicly acknowledged heads of household. Some Amish women own and operate their own businesses, raising poultry, baking, running fabric shops, or restaurants, but always with their husband's implicit approval. The rule is subtle but absolute. A wife can manage daily finances, make household purchases, and even run profitable enterprises. But major financial decisions require her husband's blessing. This includes property purchases, large investments, or business expansions. They're allowed to run home-based businesses to help with family finances, but never at the expense of neglecting obligations to children and husbands. This system maintains the husband's authority while acknowledging the wife's practical capabilities. It's financial partnership disguised as submission, keeping marriages harmonious while ensuring productivity. Secret 6. Bedroom simplicity rules. Amish bedrooms are subject to strict rules of simplicity and humility, with no excess frills or decorative elements, creating quiet and tranquil spaces. But these aren't just aesthetic choices. They're designed to eliminate distractions from marital harmony and spiritual focus. Pretty homemade bed linens stand out against well-crafted wooden furniture, with wooden closets and traditional hand-woven baskets for storage. Every item serves a purpose, nothing exists for vanity. The bedroom becomes a sanctuary of practicality, where husband and wife focus solely on each other and their spiritual connection. Unlike modern society, where wedding nights mark the beginning of newlyweds' independent life together, Amish couples don't go on honeymoon. Instead, they immediately help clean up after their own wedding and continue living with parents until ready for their own home. The bedroom rules extend to intimate relationships. Physical intimacy is viewed as sacred duty rather than personal pleasure. Wives approach marital relations with the same dedication they bring to household chores as service to their husband and God. This perspective eliminates the modern concept of personal sexual fulfillment, replacing it with spiritual and marital obligation that keeps husbands satisfied and marriages stable. Secret 7. Dress codes. Amish women must wear plain dresses with a cape over the top and an apron over the bottom, with styles varying between communities, but basics remaining consistent. This isn't fashion. It's a daily demonstration of respect for their husband's preferences and community standards. Some communities allow almost any color, while others restrict to dark colors only. But huge emphasis is placed on dressing modestly with the body well covered. The cape and apron system serves multiple purposes. It conceals the female form, demonstrates humility, and shows the woman's married status. White is considered a symbol of vanity and pride, so Amish wedding dresses are usually blue or indigo, colors representing purity, faithfulness, loyalty, heaven, and eternity. Amish women usually make their own wedding dresses using simple fabrics and designs that aren't flashy or showy. The dress code extends beyond clothing to complete appearance. Women must part their hair in the middle and put it up in a bun, wearing a head covering as a sign of submission to their husband or father if unmarried. They cannot use makeup or wear jewelry and should never try to attract attention to themselves. Every morning, an Amish wife dresses not for herself, but as a reflection of her husband's standing in the community. Her appearance directly impacts his reputation, making her daily clothing choices an act of marital service. Secret 8. Domestic mastery. Amish women are responsible for running the household, taking care of children, cooking, cleaning, sewing, and helping with family farm chores like milking cows or gathering eggs. But this goes far beyond basic housework. It's about achieving mastery that brings honor to their husband's name. Women pass important skills and knowledge to the next generation, teaching girls to be good caregivers and craft useful items like file baskets, vintage bread boxes, picnic boxes, and wicker dog baskets at expert levels. They're known to weave harvest baskets, vintage bread boxes, and other home items like storage baskets for shelves and wicker dog beds. Quilting is extremely popular among Amish women, with quilts made from 3 layers of fabric and intricate patchwork patterns in different colors. These aren't hobbies, they're expected skills that demonstrate a wife's value to her husband and community. The domestic expectations are relentless. An Amish wife must excel at preserving food, managing large households. Families often have 6 to 8 children, maintaining spotless homes, and creating handmade items that rival professional quality. Amish women help their husbands in fields or furniture making, with no tasks considered too heavy since they're known as exceptional hard workers. Success is measured not by personal satisfaction, but by community recognition of her husband's well-managed household. A wife's domestic failures reflect directly on her husband's leadership, creating intense pressure to achieve domestic perfection. This system ensures husbands receive practical support while wives develop remarkable skills that benefit the entire family unit. Secret 9. Child rearing. An Amish wife's most significant obligation is taking care of small children at home while husbands work outside. But child rearing in Amish communities isn't about personal fulfillment. It's about serving your husband by raising children who honor his name and continue his legacy. Amish families are considered blessings from God, with large families being the norm. Wives are expected to welcome each pregnancy joyfully, viewing fertility as their primary contribution to their husband's success. The average Amish family has 6 to 7 children, with some having 10 or more. Although Amish women attend school through 8th grade like boys, once they marry and become mothers, their options become limited. If they teach before marriage, they must give it up once married to become full-time wives and mothers. This ensures complete focus on child rearing as marital duty. The child rearing philosophy centers on producing children who reflect well on their father. Mothers teach sons to become capable providers and daughters to become submissive wives. Although fathers serve as spiritual heads of homes, mothers are very active in nurturing children's spiritual lives. Discipline, education, and character development all aim toward creating children who enhance their father's reputation in the community. An Amish mother measures her success not by her children's happiness, but by their ability to honor their father and continue Amish traditions. This approach creates intense pressure on mothers to produce perfect children. Any behavioral problems, spiritual doubts, or community conflicts reflect directly on the mother's failure to properly serve her husband through effective child rearing. The system ensures fathers maintain authority while mothers bear responsibility for family outcome. Secret 10. Lifetime commitment. Amish marriage prohibits divorce completely, considering it grounds for excommunication since divorce violates baptism vows taken by all Amish men and women. This isn't just a strong preference, it's an absolute rule that traps wives in marriages regardless of circumstances. The Amish take biblical scriptures very seriously, believing divorce is sinful and committing to staying together for life. Even after separation, beginning a new relationship is considered adultery, with the community viewing separated couples as still married even decades later. For wives facing marital problems, options are extremely limited. Christian counselors guide couples to resolve differences, convincing them to work harder at keeping marriages strong. But here's the shocking reality. Marital issues aren't openly discussed within Amish communities, with many viewing cheating victims as equally guilty as abusers. Most Amish women with cheating husbands can only pray that spouses will realize their sins, return, and repent. During these challenging periods, they rely on financial assistance from church, family, and community generosity. There's no legal recourse, no escape route, no alternative support system. This system ensures husbands never face consequences for marital failures, while wives bear responsibility for maintaining harmony regardless of circumstances. The lifetime commitment rule means Amish women must develop extraordinary patience, forgiveness, and endurance to survive marriages that might be intolerable by modern standards. The result creates marriages where husbands hold absolute power while wives perfect the art of adaptation and service. It's a system designed to keep husbands satisfied through wives' unlimited commitment to making marriage work despite any challenges or mistreatment they might face. Secret 11. Silent suffering during abuse. When Amish wives face physical or emotional abuse from their husbands, community rules require them to endure silently rather than seek outside help. The Amish belief system views marital problems as tests from God that must be overcome through prayer and submission rather than intervention. Abused Amish women cannot call police, seek restraining orders, or access domestic violence shelters without facing excommunication from their community. Church elders encourage wives to examine their own behavior first, asking what they did to provoke their husband's anger. The community often views victims as equally responsible for marital discord. Women experiencing abuse must rely solely on prayer, hoping their husbands will eventually change their ways. Some receive limited support from female relatives, but public discussion of abuse brings shame to the entire family. The isolation ensures many abusive situations continue for decades. This rule maintains male authority while forcing wives to develop extraordinary endurance and forgiveness, keeping families together regardless of the personal cost to women's safety and well-being. Secret 12. Pregnancy secrecy. Amish wives must keep pregnancies completely secret from everyone except their husbands, creating months of isolation during a time when support is most needed. This rule stems from beliefs about modesty and the private nature of marital intimacy, but it places enormous physical and emotional burdens on expectant mothers. Pregnant Amish women continue all household duties, farm work, and childcare responsibilities without any special accommodations or help from the community. They cannot discuss pregnancy symptoms, fears, or complications with other women, maintaining the facade of normalcy while their bodies undergo dramatic changes. The secrecy extends to medical care, with most Amish women receiving no prenatal checkups or professional monitoring during pregnancy. They rely entirely on traditional knowledge passed down through generations, often missing serious complications that could endanger mother and baby. When complications arise during this secretive pregnancy period, women cannot seek help without revealing their condition. This isolation forces Amish wives to suffer through pregnancy challenges alone, demonstrating ultimate trust in their husband's protection and God's will over modern medical support. These 10 shocking rules reveal how Amish women maintain marriages that last lifetimes through complete dedication to their husband's happiness. From public submission to private sacrifice, from domestic mastery to lifetime commitment, these ancient practices create harmony through feminine service and male authority. While modern society might judge these traditions harshly, they've preserved Amish communities for centuries through marriages that prioritize duty over personal fulfillment. These rules demonstrate how different cultures approach relationship success, challenging our assumptions about marriage, happiness, and gender roles. What shocked you most about these Amish marriage rules? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating insights into hidden communities and their surprising traditions.